Okay, looking at number 7 here, we want to get an IUPAC name for this molecule. And I am going to name it as a cyclopentene because the ring's a little bit easier to do, and that does get the double bond as the high priority functional group. So that does mean that this guy and this guy are substituents. Other nice thing being a ring, since this is only a 5-membered ring, there's only one way to draw that, so I don't have to worry about the E and Z isomers. There's really only one type of way to have that particular double bond. So I won't have to worry about E and Z at all in this name. All right, but it is going to be cyclopentane, so I know that one of those two positions is the number 1 position, and that would be this one is the number 1 because it has a substituent off of it. So 3, 4, 5. Now, there are 2 acceptable names for this because while that is definitely methyl and only methyl, there's 2 ways we can name this thing. We could call it an isobutyl, and it is acceptable named as a complex substituent, which in this case would be 2-methyl propyl, all in parentheses. Both of those are perfectly acceptable, and both of those are IUPAC. So I technically have 2 names for this one. If I name it with isobutyl, that would become alphabetically first, so I would have 5-isobutyl, 1-methyl, and then cyclopentene. No number needed for the cyclopentene because it's implied to start at the number 1 position. All right, the other way, using the complex substituent name, I'd have methyl versus methyl propyl. So alphabetically this way is methyl is first. Both of those are actually IUPAC names. The top one, the 5-isobutyl 1-methyl cyclopentene, is probably more preferred because it doesn't have a complex substituent name, but both of those are perfectly acceptable names.